Daily Dose of English presents Daily English Idioms. Part 52.
Beside the point. Meaning. An expression that means something is not relevant or relevant to the discussion. Examples. That's beside the point. We're trying to focus on the issue at hand. I know you have a lot of opinions on the subject, but that's beside the point. His experience is beside the point. We need someone with specific skills for this job. Raking the money. Meaning. An expression that means to make a lot of money. Examples. She's raking in the money with her new business. That movie was a hit and they're raking in the money at the box office. He's been raking in the money since he started his own company. Law of the jungle. Meaning. An expression that means survival of the fittest. Examples. It's the law of the jungle in the business world. Only the strongest survive. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. You have to remember the law of the jungle. It's a competitive market, so you have to remember the law of the jungle and be prepared to fight for success. Play it by ear. Meaning. An expression that means to take a situation as it comes and not have a set plan. Examples. We don't have a plan for the day. Let's just play it by ear and see what happens. I don't know what to do next. I guess we'll just have to play it by ear and figure it out as we go. I'm not sure how the meeting will go. I guess I'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens. Chicken feed. Meaning. An expression that means a small amount of money or something insignificant. Examples. That was just chicken feed compared to what he usually makes. It's not worth worrying about, it's just chicken feed. The amount she's asking for is just chicken feed, it's nothing compared to what she usually makes. Enough said. Meaning. An expression that means no further explanation is needed. Examples. I think we both know the answer to that question. Enough said. I don't think this conversation is going anywhere. Enough said. I think it's clear what needs to happen. Enough said. Unvarnished truth. Meaning. An expression that means the truth without any embellishments or exaggerations. Examples. We need to hear the unvarnished truth about what happened. I need to know the unvarnished truth before I make a decision. He told me the unvarnished truth about his past mistakes. Break the mold. Meaning. An expression that means to do something that is different or unexpected. Examples. She's breaking the mold by starting her own business. He's not following the same path as everyone else. He's breaking the mold. She decided to take a different approach and break the mold. Stubborn as a mule. Meaning. An expression that means to be stubborn and unwilling to change. Examples. He's as stubborn as a mule and won't listen to anyone's advice. She's so stubborn, she's like a mule when it comes to her opinions. He won't budge on his decision. He's as stubborn as a mule. Piece of cake. Meaning. An expression that means something is easy to do. Examples: I'm sure the test will be a piece of cake. The recipe was a piece of cake to follow. It was a piece of cake to finish the project on time. By the skin of our teeth. Meaning: an expression that means narrowly or barely avoiding disaster. Examples: we barely made it through the storm by the skin of our teeth. We managed to escape the fire by the skin of our teeth. We were able to finish the project just in time by the skin of our teeth. Hush money. Meaning: an expression that means a payment made to keep someone quiet. Examples: he was paid hush money to keep quiet about the scandal. She was offered hush money to not tell anyone about the affair. He was given hush money to stop talking about the incident. Move the goalposts. Meaning: an expression that means to change the rules or terms of a situation. Examples: he keeps moving the goalposts, so it's hard to know what he wants. They keep changing the deadline, so it's like they're moving the goalposts. She keeps moving the goalposts every time we reach an agreement. Be a stuffed shirt. Meaning: an expression that means someone is overly formal and strict. Examples: he's always so uptight, he's like a stuffed shirt. She's always so serious and strict, she's like a stuffed shirt. He's like a stuffed shirt and never lightens up at work. Go off the deep end. Meaning: an expression that means to become overly emotional or react in an extreme way. Examples: he went off the deep end when he heard the news. She completely lost it and went off the deep end. I was so angry, I almost went off the deep end. All skin and bone. Meaning: an expression that means someone is very thin or underweight. Examples: he's been so stressed lately, he's all skin and bone. She's been so busy working, she's all skin and bone. He's been working so hard, he's all skin and bone. Landslide victory. Meaning: an expression that means a victory by a wide margin. Examples: he had a landslide victory in the election. The team had a landslide victory in the championship game. She had a landslide victory and won by a large margin. A shot in the dark. Meaning: an expression that means a guess or attempt with no real knowledge or information. Examples: I'm just taking a shot in the dark, but I think it might work. I don't know the answer, so I'm just taking a shot in the dark. I'm just guessing, but it feels like a shot in the dark. There's one born every minute. Meaning: an expression that means someone is naive or gullible. Examples: he fell for their scam, there's one born every minute. She believed their lies, there's one born every minute. He fell for the trick, there's one born every minute. Any port in a storm. Meaning: an expression that means to accept any help or solution when you're desperate. Examples: we need help and we don't have many options, so it's any port in a storm at this point. We need a solution and fast, so it's any port in a storm. We need to get out of this situation and it's any port in a storm. Quick off the mark. Meaning: an expression that means to be quick to react or act. Examples: he's always quick off the mark and ready to help. She was quick off the mark and got the project done in record time. He's always quick off the mark and ready for anything. Like a cat that ate the canary. Meaning: an expression that means to be smug or satisfied with yourself. Examples: he was walking around like a cat that ate the canary after he got the promotion. She was like a cat that ate the canary when she got the job. He was like a cat that ate the canary after he finished the project. Saddled with debt. Meaning: an expression that means to have a lot of debt. Examples: he's saddled with debt and can't pay his bills. She's been saddled with debt since she lost her job. He's saddled with debt and can't get out of it. Today's idioms were: beside the point, raking the money, law of the jungle, play it by ear, chicken feed, enough said, unvarnished truth, break the mold, stubborn as a mule, piece of cake, by the skin of our teeth, hush money, move the goalposts, be a stuffed shirt, go off the deep end, landslide victory, a shot in the dark, there's one born every minute, any port in a storm, quick off the mark, like a cat that ate the canary, saddled with debt.